Why is silence so important in Korean music? And why do Korean musicians intentionally leave space between sounds instead of filling every moment with the notes? Welcome back to Gukak Breeze. I'm Lily. In Korean traditional music, silence is not an absence of sounds. It is a structural element of the music itself. Silence functions in the same way as rhythm or melody. It shapes how sound is perceived and determines how the listener experiences time. Without silence, Korean music would lose its sense of breathing. In Korean culture, we have a concept called Yeobaek, which means the beauty of the empty space. You can see it in Korean painting and calligraphy. Not everything is filled. The empty space is where imagination begins. Korean music works the same way. We don't try to control every moment with the sounds. We allow the space to exist. Silence changes how we perceive the sound. When sound stops, the listener does not stop listening. The mind continues the sounds internally. This creates a psychological echo where the emotion of the previous sound extends beyond its physical duration. In Korean music, this internal continuation is considered part of the performance. I learned this idea of silence and breathing very deeply from my teachers. One of my teachers always told me Jangu is a non-pitched instrument, so breathing is more important than a technique. Even though I playing sitting on the floor, my teacher taught me traditional dance. She wanted me to understand how rhythm moves with the body, how you walk with the rhythm, how breathing and rhythm must stay together. It was to prevent me from playing rhythm mechanically like a machine. That teacher mainly played the large gong jing in Samonori performances. Many people think the jing is the easiest instrument, but I think it is the most difficult. Because the jing player must understand all the rhythms and strike exactly on the first beats. And that single sound must connect it to the next beat through a resonance. Between those strikes, there is a long silence. But the silence is not empty. It supports the other instruments as they become louder or reach the climax. The jing player's silence is what allows everyone else to race together. And another teacher of mine is a master of Korean intangible cultural heritage, a living national treasure. Every time I watched his performance, I felt I had to go back and practice immediately. Because his rhythm had something special, it was really free but incredible powerful. Sometimes he would strike just once. Tong! The single sounds gave strength to the singer, but also filled the entire space. That one sound lived inside the silence afterwards, and when I heard it, I felt something inside my heart vibrating very quietly. Over time, I realized something. Silence is not something I created, it's something I learned to respect. When I play, my job is not to fill the space with the sounds. My job is to listen to the space and decide when not to play. The older I get, the more I feel the music is not about adding more, but about knowing what to leave. That is still difficult to me, yeah. And maybe that's why Korean music feels emotional. Because it trusts silence as much as it trusts sounds. Listen to Korean music and let the silence stay in your heart. Then tell me, what sounds stayed with you. Feel the breeze, feel the rhythm. See you next time.